Alright, so a little bit of a 2K update. Finished Season 2, which was a complete disaster. Couldn't wait to get over with because it was so frustrating. Playing with players that just do not know the fundamentals of the game, like blocking out. It just got really frustrating and annoying to play. And over the last few weeks, I've been looking for actual game sliders to use because the sliders that I was currently using just weren't working. I mean, the CPU cheese was, it was unbearable, and it's almost unbearable to play sometimes. And going through the course and of looking at other YouTube videos and people who I think are very good at this game are having the same issues I am, and they're having the same frustrations I am about this game and the CPU and how sickening the gameplay is as far as when you play against the CPU, and it's just not even worth it sometimes. And of course, if you saw some of my games, you saw how much of a disaster it was. I mean, people just not blocking out and stuff like that. But I finished out Season 2. I pretty much fouled out of every single key game just to get through with it because I was so sick of it. But still got third team NBA. Pistons picked up my team option. I felt it was kind of weird during one of my press conferences in Season 2. They said that several teams were looking at me to sign me or to trade for me, and I was just like, okay, that doesn't make any sense because I thought I had a 3-year contract, and I didn't realize that the third year was a team option. I totally forgot about that when I signed my contract after the draft, but I really wanted to see what the Pistons were going to do in the offseason and see what kind of free agents they were going to sign because they were $18 million under the cap. And I thought they would be somewhere around 25 to 30 after the season. But as you see coming up here, the first line, it nearly got me out of my chair when I saw it because it was just like, oh my God, thank God. Josh Smith, another athletic player who can run the fast breaks, who can run a good offense, who can rebound, who could play defense. I was just elated when I saw that. But looking down, Charlie Villanueva picked up his player option, which pissed me off. I was really hoping he would leave because that would be just extra money that the Pistons would have to spend on free agents. I picked up the team option on Greg Monroe, which is fine. He should be playing anyway, but the 2K research team doesn't really know how to research players and understand of how to rate players, it seems like, especially if they're rookies or they're going into their second year and stuff like that. But again, I was really pissed off when Villanueva picked up his player option. That could have been like 10 or 12 more million to spend on a free agent that we desperately needed, especially a shooting guard. And as you see right here, I'm checking out the roster and checking out Josh Smith and just checking out the rest of the roster to see if we picked up any other kind of role players or other starters possibly for the team. And going down, and we didn't pick up anybody. We still have Tracy McGrady at the 2, which is, that guy's like a freaking curse. I swear to God, he just doesn't play any defense. He just doesn't do anything. He's just there. He's just there on the court, and everything. But end of Season 2, we were the second worst team in the league, so I figured we'd have a lottery pick, or a high lottery pick. And going in the roster and seeing who we actually drafted was, it made me sick to my stomach. It really did. Thinking that if we had the second or third pick in the draft, we drafted somebody who was a fucking 55 overall, and it makes me disgusted with myself because this guy's not going to contribute at all anytime soon. I mean, look at his stats, and that's supposed to be a lottery pick right there. So Pistons must have got screwed out of a lottery pick somehow, or they probably did one of those where they had the second worst record in the league and they ended up with the 12th pick in the draft or something. It made me sick. It really did, because I was really hoping they would draft a shooting guard that he would at least start off as a 70 or a 75 overall, being a high draft pick. But it's going into my attributes a little bit here. This is before the season even started. I'm about 6 or 7 games into the season right now. I'm definitely going to go after this season like I was playing the first half of the first season. If you remember, the 2K monster glitch hit me During the first season after the All-Star game, I went from the starter to a bench player. So I really plan to play every single game and just go after it. It was a rough start for the first 4 games. You'll see a couple of the games are very intense though, very close games. Have a lot of hope for the team this year. I mean, you got Josh Smith and then Maurice Bates manning down low, and they've been pretty good so far. I think they've been averaging like 10 boards a game each, so it's been pretty nice. And we just need that shooting guard. I'm hoping for a couple trades during the season to get some more players, because we're still $7 million over the cap. I don't know if they're saving that for next year when they plan to re-sign me to a big contract or what, but I hope they do something during the season to better our team, and hopefully get a division winner and playoffs for sure.